Hello there, and welcome back to Szpakowo. So, what do we have on the cards for this March? Well, first of all, we're going to ride and brush our horses before we do anything else, so I will get that taken care of, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Okay, so that was strange. I got halfway through the ride with Black Mischief over there, and I pressed F1 to get the help up, and it looks like he was already ridden for March, and then I looked at the brown beast and he was already ridden too, and then I tried to brush them both and they were both already brushed, so don't know what's going on there, but I'll take it. Not going to complain too much. So what's next on the list? I know we looked at this last month, but we are planting spinach and wheat this month. Now, we were going to plant wheat in this field, weren't we? No, we were going to plant sorghum in this field. We're going to plant wheat in the big field over there, and then sorghum in most of this field, but we were going to also look at building the pasta production here. Let's just take a quick look at the map again, and let's take a look at that pasta production. Yeah, so it's pretty big, and it's going to take up a good portion of this field, but I don't really know where else it can go. It looks like it really is the perfect place for it. Could maybe place it here like this, then it wouldn't take up, it's taking up a piece of that field. However, I do want this field for spinach this year. Then maybe we put spinach in this field and sorghum in that field, because we're less in need of sorghum this year than other years. That might be a good idea. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Change of plan. How's that? Let's see about leveling some of the land out around it to make it look like it fits in here a bit better. Yeah, I think that looks reasonable there. So, let's continue by planting our spinach in this field. Now, one thing I do want to check is, before we do that, is the mulched status. Yeah, so nothing is... So this field isn't showing mulched, and in the last episode we weren't able to mulch it because, well, I'm not entirely sure why, but I suspected it was because of the snow. So let's take another look at this now and see if we're able to mulch it. Let's see if my speculation was correct. Doesn't look like it, does it? Because that's on the floor, it's not showing mulch state. Let's try with a different tractor. I just want to be sure that I'm not missing something here. Yeah, so trying with this tractor as well. Looking at the map, it's not showing as mulched, and I'm not able to mulch it for some reason. I really don't know why. Because we used this implement to mulch previously. Let's just try with this field over here to see if this is any different. Yeah, this field is the same. I'm not able to mulch it. Not sure why that is. Maybe you can't mulch these crops. Although, I don't think that's the case. If any of you has any ideas, do let me know in the comments, because I'm not sure what is happening there. Okay, we've bought a couple of pallets of seeds and just planted them there. And we're just about to fill up our drill. We've got our crop set to spinach, so let's get over to the field and get it drilled. I have no idea how much seed spinach is going to use, so we're about to find that out. Now with spinach, I think you get 2 chops, don't you, if you plant it in the first month. I think you chop it and then you chop it again after a couple of months. I'm just going to take a look at that quickly because I don't remember what it was exactly. I'm not able to find anything in the help menus, but that's okay. We'll just figure it out as we go. I'll get this done and I will come back to you in a while. See you soon. Okay, so that is the spinach drilled in this field, and we used about 10 litres of seeds in total. So while spinach requires very expensive machinery for the harvest, it uses barely any seeds to plant. So let's take a look at the map. I'm going to check if spinach needs to be rolled. Spinach does not need to be rolled. Okay, so in that case, we'll set the worker loose, drilling this field with wheat. Hopefully they can manage it, and we will we spray? If we spray fertilizer, we're going to need the other. We're going to have to get the other tractor to do this, aren't we? Because the other tractor doesn't have the Issaria Pro sensors, so we'll switch out the tractors. All of these considerations we have to make. So let's get this hooked up to the drill, and let's see if it can drill the wheat. It's starting to rain, but that's okay. Okay. So we'll just get it to the edge of the field here like this. And let's see if it can handle it. So I don't think we need 3 headlands. I don't know why it's doing that, but okay, that's fine. And can it handle it? Let's see. Oh, it's doing something. It's going for a drive without the drill down. Okay, well, I'll let it do its thing for a bit. Let's see if it does anything useful. I'm not holding my breath, because that would be dangerous. Now, we didn't spray nitrogen on most of this field. We did a little bit up there with the AI worker, but most of it didn't have nitrogen sprayed on it, did it? So let's see how much we use. Well, actually, we're not seeing how much we use for this field. It's going to give it as much as it needs. Yeah, with the other fields, when it comes to spraying them, we'll see if it uses any less. Anyways, I'll continue on with this, and once again, I'll join you when we're complete. Okay, so that's the drilling done for both of these fields. Let's take a look. Does this field need rolling? Growth and needs rolling. It does need rolling. Okay, so what I think I'll do is attach the roller to this tractor, see if it can manage rolling this field, and then I'll spray with the other tractor that has the sensors attached to it. I think that makes sense. Let's see if the AI can handle this task. So let's put it on the AI worker And let's do headland. I don't know why it's forcing 2 passes of the headland. But let's see if it can handle this. I also don't know why it decides to start at the other end of the field. It's kind of... Oh, it's not. It's changed its mind. Okay, well, whatever. While it's doing that, we will take care of spraying the field with fertilizer once this guy gets out of the way. So, we'll get ourselves lined up here, and we'll commence the fertilizing. Now, I will continue with this, and I will come back to you shortly. Okay, well, I don't know what happened there, but the tractor was reset to the shop with the cultivator and I was reset to the house. That was really weird. I've never seen that happen in Farming Simulator before. I guess we'll get back over to the field and continue. Okay, so we are done seeding and rolling our wheat field. I also cultivated the sorghum field, ready to throw the sorghum in it next month. And just thinking what's next for March. I think we might actually be good to skip through to April and plant our sorghum and our rice. We will see. Our other tractor has finished with the rolling of this field. Looks like they've done a pretty decent job, so no complaints there. Yeah, I don't think there's anything left to do in March, so I will see you in April. Okay, so it's April and we have our tractor here in front of us ready to drill sorghum in the far field over there. We have that tractor ready to roll that field once it's been drilled. Before we get started though, let's ride our horses. Give them a quick bit of exercise and I'll be back once they are ridden. Well, I said I'll be back when they're ridden, but they're both showing full ridden already. Well, at least Black Mischief is. What's this guy? Yeah, fully ridden, fully brushed. So it looks like the horses have decided they don't need exercise anymore. Either that or they're taking themselves out for a midnight trot while I'm sleeping and dreaming. Not too sure. Before we get started with the drilling, let's go to our animals here. And we have some new arrivals, cow barns. So what we're going to do, we have 20,000 litres of milk. I'm actually going to get rid of these cows here because we don't need 60 cows. And what I want to do actually is buy the weed seeking sensors for our sprayer, and so that it detects the weeds, because I did notice that our spinach field has a ton of weeds in it. So let's sell our mature cows, 42,000 euros. Perfect. Then we'll let these guys grow up a little bit, and then we will offload those as well. So what are we going to do in the meantime? Let's start off then by drilling sorghum in that field over there. So I will continue with that. I'll drill it, get it rolled, and then we'll go over the fields we planted last month with. Then we'll get our sprayer upgraded with the weed seeker, and we'll go over the fields we planted last month. Just before we get started, if we look at the soil composition, yeah, our wheat field also has a ton of weeds in it, so it's a good time to invest in that weed seeker. I think that's what it's called anyway. So let's get started with planting the sorghum in this field, and I'll be back with you once we're complete. Okay, so we have drilled our long grain rice, we've drilled our sorghum. Keep looking over at the sorghum field because I set the worker loose rolling it and I don't quite know what they're doing, but it looks like I can see streaks in the field. I don't know what they're doing, so we'll go over and check on them once we've planted these last little straggly pieces in this field. We'll go see what they've been up to. Okay, so I've sprayed the long grain rice field. Let's go see what Mr. AI has been up to over here. I think he's trying to steal the pasta. Looks very suspicious over there. Don't know what he's doing, but let's finish off rolling this field, seeing as he doesn't want to. So I'll get this done, I'll get this field sprayed, and then we will get the sensor fitted, and I'll rejoin you once all our fields have been de-weeded. See you soon. Okay, so that's both our fields sprayed, and we used 54 litres. So, yeah, we're already starting to see the savings of the weed-seeking sensors. I'm pretty sure those savings are going to stack up as time goes on. So I'm not sure, I don't think there's anything else to do this month. I do want to mow our grass at some point and start producing some more TMR, because if we look at the cows, I think they're definitely running low. Yeah, they are running a little low, but they're only baby cows, so I think they'll be fine for another month or so, and then we'll take care of our grass next month. I think that makes sense. And with that said, I think this is a great place to leave this episode. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying following along. If you are, please do give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll hopefully see you in the next episode. Until then, bye for now.